Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and welcome. This is your brother and friend, Brother Eric Ture Muhammad, coming to you live from the world of gold rocks, where we introduce to you the opportunity to better enhance your current disposition, help you to find a way to work safely and securely from the comfort of home, helping you to find a better way. Because if you're here today, you're definitely looking for a better way, and you are in the right place. A little about myself. Currently I'm a bronze director in Karatbars International and a student of Wealth Builders Worldwide, of which you are all participants of. Wealth Builders Worldwide is an independent group of affiliates who work together to teach a culture of wealth building, teach the culture as to what is required to sustain and build massive wealth. Legacy wealth we're talking about. We're talking about generational wealth, something where your children's 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 children will honor your presence in the world because their world is better because you came. I'm also a member of the Nation of Islam. I'm the son of freedom fighter Kwame Ture. Some of you know him better as Stokely Carmichael. And I spent my life fighting for causes, fighting for independence, fighting for freedoms of myself and others. And now we have a vehicle by which we can make it all realized. There, I'm holding on to the jewel, the gem, makes us a dynamic duo. This is Mrs. Falami Muhammad. This is my wife. We're both Karatbars affiliates. She sponsored me, and through her insight, helped me to see a better way. Along with her, we are working from our homes comfortably, safely, and more importantly, we have built a global economy around the world, from the power of a phone, the power of a laptop, the power of a computer. We are learning how to leverage the economy within our own home, and we are learning these tools from our CEO and founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide. This is Mr. Tyrone Best and Mrs. Valerie Best. These are the patriarchal figures of the Dream Team, Team Best. Okay, they teach us to dream better. They helped us to understand the power of knowing our why we do what we do. Why is it that we do what we do? And how can we better enhance the ability to make things happen in our lives? Well, it all begins with a dream, they say. We have to know what it is to dream. What we have to do is learn what it is to envision. And then once we embrace that not only do we work on it, but we also teach it to our children coming behind us. Because one thing that this society has done, those of you who find us in any age group above 20, that is, Ben Franklin said it best. He says, you live until you're 18 and you're buried at 65. My Lord, what happened between 19 and 65? We were just merely existing. We were working our roles. We were playing our roles in society. And as we did that, our dreams, our visions, our goals became more and more diminished, to the point and to the degree that we lost the power of dreaming. But Mr. Best has produced a treatise, a tome, a book called the Dream Chaser Manifesto. It is a dreamer's guide to surviving in a jungle of non-dreamers. And along with this guide and along with the tutelage of more than 100,000 wealth builders worldwide, we work as a collective to help us understand our financial future, our wealth transformation, our ability to get in step as recipients of the new wealth transformation. But more importantly, we help you to realize the power of your dreams. And we do it by helping you understand what's your plan. You know, it's one thing to say we're going to be, it's another thing to declare who we are, but who we are is defined by what we do. So what is your plan? These are questions you need to ask yourself. Where are you in life right now? And then where would you like to be in the future? Because family, the distance between those two questions is a decision. The distance between those two questions is your desire to be what you need to be now. The decision that you have to make is one that will propel you into this world of like minds, like culture, like understanding, that will help you take the baby steps into the grown-up steps into financial wealth and security. Now, this is the real question you have to ask yourself. Are you willing to let go? Are you willing to put down the baggage you've been carrying for so long to live in the now? If you keep doing for the next 10 years what you did the last 10 years, will you reach your goals? Only you can really honestly answer that question, but I'll jumpstart an answer for you and help you to see that you don't have enough time. We don't have enough time to keep doing what we've been doing. If we always do what we've always done, we're guaranteed to always get what we've always gotten. Just look at what we've done in the past. We've gone to school for 21 years, graduated from every level that was available to us, from grade school to middle school to high school. We go to college, we've done graduate work, and we find 21 years in this educational system that only offered us the opportunity to get a job. And I don't know about you, but I've read great histories of people in this world, including my own people. And I understand that we were kings, we were rulers, we were phenomenal in our abundance. It taught me that abundance is a birthright of ours. However, we merely exist in society today. So we end up taking jobs with the degrees that we fostered, and we're not knocking the degrees or knocking the job. But I'm here to say that the majority of us do not have to find ourselves in this position and condition we're in today. There's a good many of us sitting on couches, chairs, across beds, sitting in cars, and you're watching this opportunity. But we want you to watch, we want you to pray, but more importantly, we want you to do that which will help you, your family, and others. So we work this formula when we did the last 10 years. We worked 40 hours a week, 40 years of our life. Chances are we retired on 40% of less of the income that we were earning actively. That's just not enough. And then we come up with all these false sense of goals. We're given the goal of retirement age being between 62 and 65. Now there's some considerations in government where they're trying to raise the retirement age to 72 due to the default of this country's ability to maintain a workforce that will maintain a monetary system with purchasing power that allows you to live the life of your dreams in retirement. The fact of the matter is that retirement has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with money. So we find ourselves dazed and confused, downsizing our dreams, downsizing our hopes and goals for ourselves, our families. We downsize these goals. And with the loss of 401ks that just recently transpired, the loss of pensions, the inability to access your banks, and the inability to access your funds, penalties coming down the pipe for early withdrawals and things of that nature. Well, you find yourself going back to the workforce. Now, I'm here to tell you that with an average retirement age of 62 to 65, more or less, and then an average life expectancy after retirement of 81 years, more or less, you never really become debt-free in that environment because you're consistently now having to go back into a painstaking undertaking by going back into the workforce after retirement. In fact, the statistics share that those who enter the workforce again after retirement are more likely than not to lose 5 years of life expectancy. It's traumatic, folks. So when do you finally find yourself debt-free? When do you find yourself no longer having to consolidate your wares, your homes, your income, your finances? When do you find yourself living a life of peace? Well, if you can call it living, this is where it generally happens. But how about us as new families? Those of us who are now starting out for the first time, whether you're in your 60s or whether you're 20s, but you're starting out the first time. Lo and behold, you're now building that family. You're having that talk with your child. Do you want to talk when they come into the world? Their hope is going to be resting in going to school for 12 years, college for 4 more years, and then working till you die? Is that the perplexed look you want to leave on your child? Why do we have this problem? And it's not just those of you who are on this stream. Many of us around the world are faced with the same challenge. We pay more rent for less house. We pay more bills than we are accustomed to in the past. We pay more for the same products, goods, and services. And it's only because we can't outrun an exponential inflation with a linear income. A linear income basically means that if you're working from check to check, there's not enough money in the check to complete the work cycle. So if you get a check, even if you're paid weekly, you'll find at the end of your paycheck, you still have more days left than you have money. The same if it was every 2 weeks, the same if it was once a month. It is the same issue all the way around because you're limited or restricted rather to active income. From the time you punch in to the time you punch out. Whatever contract you sign, you contract for that rigid time slot, and you don't earn any more and you don't earn any less. Oh, well, you can earn less. So this is the number one problem, exponential inflation with a flatlined income. We don't have enough time, family, to continue doing the same things the same way. Now, you have Mr. Warren Buffett, argumentably one of, if not the world's foremost investor, successful investor, billions of dollars earned, billions of dollars made, billions of dollars lost 3 weeks ago, but he's still making billions more. How is it that he stays around so long doing the same thing that he does? Well, he gave a formula. That formula is, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Man, think on that. Well, I like to introduce an enhanced version of that reality so that we can really hone in and draw down on what the issue is that causes us to work until we die. It's not just finding a way to make money while you sleep. Here's our senior partner, Mr. Michael L. Dalco. He and his wife, Mrs. Monisha Dalco, have successfully freed themselves from the grips of poverty. Poverty, ladies and gentlemen, is punishment for a crime you did not commit. You were born into a system that threw you into a cycle, and we'll show you that cycle in a minute, but they were able to transcend that cycle. Why? Well, about 6 years ago, a little more than 6 years ago, as a mortgage banker for Wells Fargo, 15 years, managing 3 banks from a cubicle, a cubbyhole, Mr. Dalco learned about an opportunity. He learned about the question that he encourages us to learn today. If you don't find out what real money is, you will work until you die. Well, what is real money? When this man found it out, he literally networked himself into a net worth to the extent that within 103 days of being introduced to this opportunity, he was able to walk away from that job free and clear. He replaced his entire income there as that mortgage broker, and he learned, and he has now committed himself to the service of helping us help others to help ourselves. But not only him, his wife, Miss Monisha, after 20 years working in these systems, have also now, in the last 3 years, been free. Their children, their 5 children, are also free. Mr. Dalco says, in order to define anything as money, it must be a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. Can you say that about your paycheck or your dollar, juxtaposed against the products, goods, and services you're paying more and more for every day, and your income does not go up? Your purchasing power does not grow or expand. These are 4 keys to building wealth, and we want to share them with you here today. You have to have the ability to create residual income, folks. You have to be able to accumulate appreciating assets. To learn what real money is, we'll tell you point blank, and you're going to learn even more about it. Gold, family. Gold is money. An asset is an instrument of value that appreciates over time. The more you hold on to that asset, the greater its value becomes. The more you hold on to that asset, the greater your net worth becomes. With an asset, you can outrun, outpace, and outdistance inflation, and you can utilize the advantages of the tax code. This, of course, was not the case for Mr. Donnie. Mr. Donnie was playing in that wonderful world of Monopoly as a child. That's a world we live every day. But look what he realized as a child. Poor Donnie.
Oh my gosh.
Where's all your money gone, Donnie?
Taxes. 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
But it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not.
It is.
Fun.
It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
It's what?
Taxes.
Ooh, somebody get a Kleenex for Donnie. He understands there as a child that taxes could take as much as 40% of your income you worked so hard for over the course of your career. In fact, what he will also learn as he grows in life, in the real game of life, he'll learn and understand that Everything has a tax. Do you know how expensive it is to hold on to a job, to maintain a job that's not paying you your worth? You got to pay for the clothes you clean. You got to pay for the hair you get done. You got to pay for the nails and the cosmetics. You got to pay for food to get you through the day. Then you got to pay for your lunch. Oh, I've left out the first break and then the second break after lunch. Then you got to pay transportation to and fro. What about dry cleaning your clothes? What about uniform allowances? What about the fact that you have to feed and fend for a family, let alone yourself? So now here you are paying taxes on everything, including the expenses that you inculcate, you know, that you grow into in holding on to an opportunity. But think about this. Have you ever sat down with your potential employer and asked them to factor in the cost that's involved in your working? Because they're not factoring in your store of labor. That's another reason why your cash cannot store your labor. But here in Wealth Builders Worldwide, we show you how you can work from home in an opportunity that will be a growth of your value, the leveraging of I'm so ahead of myself, the leveraging of your income, and more importantly, you develop a store for your labor. So you return to time freedom, you return to location freedom, you can return to and or grow into financial freedom. So what do we do about it? Look at this quadrant. The cash flow quadrant was designed by Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, introduced to us to help us understand the dilemma, yet instill the power of leverage. As an employee or someone who is self-employed, you basically own the job. And when you own the job, you do everything that an employee does. Only problem is you're the one that does the opening and the close. You're responsible for the payrolls. You're responsible for the lights and the power being on. You're responsible for the utilities. Think about this. There are millions of people sitting home right now waiting to collect, hopefully, unemployment assistance. Some are looking for stimulus packages. Even the home small business owner is looking for some level of stimulus. Why? Because many of them mid to large corporations are still paying for the employee or the workforce that is not able to come back to the job. So all leverage is lost by the one who owns the job. Even greater leverage is lost by the one who only had a job. And this is the side of the quadrant you want to be on. You want to be on the B and I quadrant. Why? Because under the B quadrant, it's a business that maximizes a system. When you have a system that allows you to benefit from the efforts of others residually, meaning not a linear income, not an active income, but a residual passive income. You can be asleep making money. You can be shopping, watching a movie, entertaining guests, making money. Because when you're in that kind of system, you learn the processes by which you make money work for you as opposed to you working for money. We teach that system here in Wealth Builders Worldwide because we have the keys to all that through Karatbars. We create residual income. We accumulate appreciating assets. We outrun inflation and we maximize and take advantage of the tax codes. This is what we do. We start you with your free gold home-based business. Free. I know some of you might have qualms about it. You might be a little skeptical. Well, let me give you a little assignment. Show me something right now that costs less than free, and I'll embrace it. That's your challenge. If you can't beat that challenge, keep following, because here is the opportunity where not only do you save gold for yourself, but when you share with others, you develop a team of people who will help you to earn as they duplicate. This is Karatbars International, folks. We're an e-commerce company based in Stuttgart, Germany. We're just on the adjacent to the Mercedes-Benz headquarters. What do we do in the world of Karatbars? We are the world's largest distributors of gold bullion in small increments. Small enough to hold in your hand, but powerful enough to leverage your household. It's based in Stuttgart, Germany. You see that fine headquarters there on your right? In fact, inside that building, you'll find another office, another conglomerate, another giant inside of this giant. It's named FedEx. FedEx recognizes the power in the distribution network of Karatbars International. And Karatbars is, in fact, the #1 client of FedEx. Anywhere our physical products can be delivered in the world, it is done by FedEx. Here's our CEO and founder, Dr. Harold Sykes, author of The Future of Money, as well as founder of Karatbars International. He also has another book entitled Think Big. He understood and understands that he who owns gold has always money. But look, he's not the only one that understood it. There are many of Americans throughout time that understood this. Look at J.P. Morgan. He said gold is money, everything else is credit. Here you had a man who was over the Federal Reserve, not just for a year, not just for 2 years, but he was over this Federal Reserve for 9 years. Alan Greenspan, I believe he was the longest serving chair or head of the Federal Reserve. I'll research that. But the thing about it is, he always knew about the power of gold, but he would not incorporate that power into any means or leverage for a country and a people. Look, he's quoted as saying gold is always accepted. In fact, in your Constitution of the United States, those of you who are from the United States on this platform, you can learn that the only tender that is to be recognized and considered legal tender are the two assets of gold and silver. Man, but they give you paper and paper and more paper. Oh, well, I don't want to get stuck there. Robert Kiyosaki, the gentleman who offered you Rich Dad, Poor Dad, offered you that cash flow quadrant we just showed you, where you want to be on the B and I of that opportunity. He says gold is God's money. He took a trip to the Fiji Islands, and he came back from Fiji, and he talked about his experience to us over a precious metals program, Kitco News. And he said gold has always been money. He said when he met with one of the great religious leaders there on the island, they came out and met him. They were draped in gold. And he said, why are you wearing all that gold? And the man told him, gold is the tears of God. It's always had a divine presence in the world. In fact, do you know that gold is mentioned 417 times in the Bible, silver 320 times, and money 140 times? But does it ever mention paper or cash or fiat as money? No. Money's only equated and made synonymous with gold and or silver. Well, here's our gold. I want to introduce you to our cash gold notes and cards. Now, remember, I shared with you from Mr. Dalco that anything that is defined as money must have a store of value. It must be a store of value. It must have the power to hold your labor. If it doesn't, it's not real money. But you see here, everything inside that paper note is pure 24 karat 999.9 LBMA certified gold. So here you have a note that holds weight. This can be successfully classified as money. Paper can't hold weight. The only thing that paper can do in this society, you burn it, you wipe with it, you blow your nose with it, you write on it. Those are just some of the intangibles, or tangibles rather, that are found with paper. But our note is created and is embossed with pure gold. Each cash gold card is equipped with a blacklight authentication feature on the front. The only paper money not dependent on governments or failing economies. Why? Because our money is gold. You can purchase any product in our Karatbars ecosystem with cash gold, and more establishments around the world are accepting our cash gold payments. In fact, you'll find us all online making all kind of purchases and through the leverage we've created from home. Why gold? Well, simply put, here's why. Okay, gold offers price stability. Now, price stability is very important. And here's a clear example. Because when you have it, it means that any economy that has price stability, their purchasing power is secure because the general price level within the economy never changes much over time. So look at this Model T Ford in 1920. Because that was gold and gold is money, $645 or a kilogram of gold would have got you that fine car in 1920. Fast forward to 2020, and your base sticker price for the average SUV or truck or small truck It's $40,000. Now, does it mean that the dollar is so much more valuable that people want more of them because they're that valuable? No, it doesn't mean that at all. But it does mean because there's no asset backing the dollar as gold did in 1920, the problem is with a dollar now that's only worth 3 to 5 cents worldwide, you have to constantly stack more paper on top of paper in order to give the manufacturer or the seller a satisfactory price point. So what happens when you continue to print money in an economy that's not backed with an asset? Well, have you ever taken the original document to a photocopier and you place it on the glass and you generate a copy? Have you ever then taken that copy and put it on the glass in place of the original and made copies from that? Have you done it a third time where you replace that copy with another copy and continue to do that process? It grows more, it doesn't grow. It develops less and less resolution, less and less artistic detail, less and lesser power. But if you have that same kilogram of gold today, you can literally get that truck at that 40,000 base sticker price and get change back because gold is the price stabilizer. Okay, I talked to you about the copy machine analogy. Well, look at it this way. Here's your grocery basket in 1998. Look at that strong, sturdy, vibrant $20 bill. It filled your grocery basket. 2005, the bill got lighter. I guess they made a copy of the asset backed, or whatever was back then. It was backed with petrol oil. Now we don't know what's behind it. But here we are, 2005, the bill is lighter, larger, and your basket is larger and lighter. So much dollar, so many pieces of paper are stacked on this thing that we value as a dollar, as a global currency. The resolution is so weak, so light, so white, to the point that you don't even get a basket. There's no buggy there for you. This little picnic basket that you're carrying around. And that light, bright 20, you can take it into the store and put its remains of what you purchased. You can put it in your pocket. You don't even need that basket. Again, inflation, folks, is where prices of goods and services go up, but the value of the money decreases. So what do we do about that? Well, in the world of wealth builders, we teach the culture of paying ourselves first. We circulate, we don't spend, because in circulation, it causes money to be moved or causes it to move continuously or freely throughout a closed system. We have an entire closed ecosystem. We don't do as we once did. We don't spend and then it's gone. We wipe spend out of our vocabulary. We don't spend and it's gone and then save for a memory. What are you saving this money for now? Are you saving to put it with appreciating asset? I don't know what that is because, again, I didn't know gold was money. So I'm saving for a trip. I'm saving for some kind of relief. I'm saving and working for the weekend. That's what we did in the past. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get, family, what you've always gotten. So when you always spend, you're sending that blessing of income away from you. You send it all away from you. And you have yet, or we, I should say, have not transcended into the discipline, the responsibility of paying ourselves first. And so then we find ourselves saving on the back end, which is putting us backwards. That lends reference to what was said earlier in our matrix illustration. We work backwards for the jobs. But on this wealthy side of the quadrant, we save, we invest in ourselves. That's full control of the B and I quadrant. And then we do that one most powerful thing that you're just learning more and more about every day. We circulate. Within that same system, we take that point of origin and we allow that money to roam through that system. It never leaves the system and it never leaves you, to the point that when it comes back to you, it comes back multiplied. This is our business model. This is how we do it. We're going to show you how to start your own business today. We're going to show you how to pay yourself first with gold. It's a tier 1 asset. It outplaces inflation. We help you to understand the power of building a referral network to create residual income. You're going to now learn how to start a simple and duplicatable business with Karatbars International from home. You will now learn about the benefits of our multi-gold package. Every package we have, family, has gold in it. Every time you exchange your declining paper dollars for gold in our system, you add gold to your coffers, gold to your estate, gold to your ability to be the head of state, the president, the king, the queen, the creme de la creme, the head of the household. That's you with the power of gold. You learn financial security, financial independence. You create a hedge in times of crisis. There's been no more glaring of a crisis impacted time than now. How do we leverage ourselves where we still have peace, security, and comfort? By opening your free gold savings account. Listen, 2 keys to our compensation plan is quite simple. One is leverage, the other is known as exponential growth. We marry those two on, you marry those two on, and with consistency, you will develop an income way beyond your dreams, thus a lifestyle that will go far beyond what you've ever imagined. Because our principle is just this. I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. I'm going to say that again. I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. So how do we delegate to the point outside of our home where we gain that kind of benefit? Let me share this with you just so you know. We are not a financial advisor or financial advisors. This presentation is not designed to give financial advice. The following examples show calculations for illustration purposes only and is not a guarantee of income. And now I must say this for those who are chiming in on my little stream here about financial advisors. Well, you may have been one or you may be one, but my only question would be to you is, or if you're a financial advisor from all the years that you're talking about on my little chat here, why is it that you're still working? A financial advisor should be able to advise you into a comfort where you don't have to work. It should be able to advise you into a comfort where you know that gold is money. Did you know gold was money? Are you teaching that to people, or are you just sharing products? These are illustration purposes that we're calculation family, and it's not for a guarantee of income. But what I can guarantee, you can make money in Karatbars dependent upon the size of your dream. Here's our compensation plan. Unilevel bonus. Your Unilevel bonus works like this. You already have your free gold savings account. Well, what establishes a free gold savings account? All we require is your name, telephone number, an address, an email address, a date of birth, and you choose a username and you choose a password, and you have full control of an entire system. Your free gold savings account is open from that vantage point. It is there and it is yours. Has your name stamped all over it. So when you have your free gold savings account and you want to maximize this savings plan that makes you money, all you got to do is sponsor at least 5 people to do the same to maximize the Unilevel compensation plan. If you save gold for yourself, not if, as you save gold for yourself and share with others how they can do the same, you can be paid up to 6% monthly into infinity forever, folks. And you'll be compensated monthly through this unique Unilevel compensation plan. Our dual system adds even more power. It's optional, but let's say now you want to earn more than just a monthly residual. You want to earn more than just a monthly payday. Well, in the dual system, this is where you accelerate your earnings, because you can now earn 5 times a month as opposed to once a month. You just simply acquire one of our unique packages. Our business packages are filled with Karatbars goods, products, and services. And as you share that opportunity with others about the business aspect, you are now then duplicating your desires and is resonating with others that you shared with to the point that they do what you do. Boy, when they do what you do, this will be you in front of your screen. Woo! Because you're getting paid for your ability to teach new partners to duplicate what you've done. Now, how simple was it for you? You got your free gold savings account. You started saving in gold. You encourage others to do the same. You are making a monthly income, but now you accelerate the income because you acquired a package. A business package is a good face gesture in the world of Karatbars, saying you're going to communicate this opportunity to a world, and as a result, they compensate you for your desire to encourage a world to participate in the number one asset, the debt-free power of gold. You're sharing with everybody, and when you have this package, it allows you to earn because you are now getting people to duplicate what you have done, man. And the commissions that comes from that, if you excuse the vernacular, it can get bananas. All right, and this is how it works. When you acquire your package and you now make a package available to another, I might sell a package to Ms. Glaspie. Okay, Ms. Glaspie gets the package, I receive 10% commission, a direct commission. Ms. Glaspie decides she wants to sell to Mr. Berger, she gets the 10%, I get 3% on that. But wait, Mr. Berger might want to go out and share it with everybody he can. And I still get a 2% being the first person in that generation. Ms. Glaspie now gets 3%, and whoever Mr. Berger sends it off to, he'll get the 10%. Now, I talked to you about how leverage and exponential growth meet. Suppose I told more than Ms. Glaspie. Suppose I told 10 people to do what I did, and they did it. Well, those 10 people are now working for me on this generation at the sum of 100. But if those 100 go out and do what Ms. Glaspie and I have told them, which they will because they do, then 2% residual will come back to me out of 1,000 people or more. That's the power of leverage and exponential growth. Man, this thing gets so good. I see my brother Reggie Scott online. I want to scream Karatbars, Karatbars, Karatbars. All right, dual team bonus. The dual team bonus works this way. It's a dual commission system. All right, so let's say every time you've gotten someone on your right or left teams to acquire the package or the products, goods, and services, save and go, well, you do all that, units are generated. So on your dual means two or two sides, so you have an A and B. So if team A gets 25 units on one side and team B gets the other 50 units, that's a total of 75 units. This will give you what is known as a dual team payout, or as Miss Sister Sherry Brown would say, DTP, baby, and it runs into forever. Forever. And based on the size of the package or the status of the package you acquire, where it gives you free gold, it gives you deeper compensation, and it gives you units by which you can acquire more payouts. Well, if you're a bronze, 40 euros, 50 as silver, 60 as a gold, or 80 as a VIP. That means basically 43 or so US dollars to up to 100 or more US dollars. Here's the question. At bronze, silver, gold, or VIP, you're absolutely doing the same thing you would have normally done. But your compensation is based off of where you come in. So we encourage everybody to get in where they fit in, of course, but do the best you can to get the highest one you can afford, because VIP is the place you want to be. You know, the difference between the chuck steak, the hamburger, and the steak are the full courses that come with it. Get up to VIP, you have your salads, your soups, you have your entree, you have your desserts, you have your beverage, you'll have a full course. And you won't even have to leave your home after you're done. 180,000 dual team payouts are available to your family in our magnificent plan. I'm sorry, per week. How many times can you get the same paycheck? Can you get it more than twice inside the same week? In Karatbars, you control your payday, you control the volume of pay, you control how often you can get paid. It's all a matter of the size of your dream, folks. So our multi-gold packages, we talked about the acquisition of the packages. Well, simply put, in our brief overview, we talked about the 10%, the 3%, the 2%. It all means more. Your Unilevel bonus, you can earn up to 6% commission on that. It all means more. Our matching bonuses, you're going to learn more about. It gets bananas, where you can get free gold and free commission. All means more. And in total, we show 7 basic income opportunities, but there's more than that. You join this world of Karatbars, get your free gold savings account free again, free, and you will find yourself earning from various streams, or the option of earning from various streams inside the closed ecosystem and world of Karatbars International. Karatbars pays 5 commissions per month, 1 weekly in the dual system and 1 monthly in the Unilevel system. Unilevel system pays once a month. The dual system, of which we just excitingly showed you, pays weekly up to 180,000 times max in that week. That could be you. And it's all paid directly on your personally issued, prepaid, directly partnered MasterCard. Our multi-gold packages, the reason why they're called multi, because there's many, and the reason why it mentions gold, well, it speaks for itself. You can find gold in all of our packages, from the basic euro to all the way up to the bronze, the silver, the gold, and the VIP. It gives you a plethora of gold. It gives you a ton of units. It gives you matching bonuses, cash gold. When we said VIP is the place you want to be, we have 2 VIP levels there, 6 and 7. What's the difference between them? Look at the power. In 6, you have 10 grams of gold available to you. Woo, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. 75 units. You get matching bonus and you qualify for free cash gold when you make that package available to the next person. Any package available to the next person, you can receive free cash gold. Here you are at this VIP level. There's more. 15 grams instead of 10, 100 units instead of 75, and yes, yes, yes to all and every perk available as it relates to this digital package. Now, you see the power of matching bonuses here in free gold. The gold commissions you receive for making this package available to others is awesome, and it runs 7 generations deep, depending upon what status package you acquire yourself personally. Here's the other power of the matching bonus. What does it feel like to get paid because someone else got paid? You only have to know them. You don't know where they are in the world. All you know is you got a matching bonus because someone down the line got paid. Look, if you're at a bronze status, you can go 2 generations deep, 3 generations as silver, 5 generations as gold, or as a VIP, you can go 7 generations deep, and the generational pool there can be endless, particularly since you might have a spouse or a significant other. You might have children 18 years of age or older. You might have siblings 18 years of age or older, all within the same household. Just imagine the power when everybody joins together in this opportunity. But wait, suppose you have a additional business that you want to add to it, where you want to help finance the dream of building that great laundromat that you always envisioned, or that wonderful shopping plaza that you always wanted. How about that school center that you always wanted to build? How much more valuable is the need for education today as we're all shut down, locked out, and locked in? Man, our 5 and 5 promotion works this way. If you acquire a package and you sponsor 5 new affiliates within the first 5 weeks of acquiring that package, you can be upgraded by Karatbars to another status of package, the next highest status of package rather, at no cost to you. That upgrade is so magnificent. Let me give you an example. If you're a silver, you can literally upgrade, earn 2 upgrades within your first 5 weeks and get to the next highest status package at no cost. That means you can be a VIP within your first 5 weeks. There's so many incentives to the world of Karatbars. In fact, do you know that you can earn everything from a leather bag to a wonderful bi-color Rolex watch that Dr. Seiss picks out and gives to you personally? Now, here's the kicker. So I can't see why anybody would not want the watch, but say you don't want the watch or the bracelet or the pin or the leather bag. Do you know you can get its value in pure gold? You can exchange it for gold. I appreciate the honor, but allow me just to get the gold instead. You have that option in this complete ecosystem that you control. Or you can move further up in the incentive programs and get everything from one of these fine Mercedes-Benz cars to a villa, a home built anywhere on the planet at your choice. Karatbars will provide up to $1 million euro, or $1 million rather, 750 euro, to build a home of anywhere in the world of your choice with keys and deed in your name in your hand, free and clear. Man, this thing is fire. Now, how do we get paid? I explained all the perks there, but how do you see the money? How do you get the money? Well, we have our own personalized MasterCard. You can order this card directly from your back office. Your commissions will be deposited on your card account, and you can access your cash at any bank or ATM anywhere in the world. Now, if you're diligent about building your business, growing your wealth, you can position yourself to receive free gold from the system as well. I mean, look, 12 months of loyal deposits of gold in your account, not mine, not someone else's, yours. After 12 consecutive months of saving grams of gold, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Do you know after 12 months, depending on the size of your referral network, you can receive up to 25 grams of gold a month free? I told you FedEx would bring it to you. So these are the Karatbars advantages. I want you to listen real close to this. Number one, we've been in business for 9 years. 9 years. Okay, so we're not a Johnny come lately. We're not new to the community or to the opportunity. And we're the leader in the opportunity in more than 140 plus countries. In fact, we're in 146 as we speak. We already told you about the power of FedEx and where we are with them. We have the private partnership with MasterCard. That's the world's largest vendor, folks, of organizations, nations, companies, corporations, businesses, and individuals. And we have more than 1 million affiliates around the world and 100,000 of them wealth builders worldwide ready to help you at a beckoning call because you are involving yourself into a complete support system. 24 hours, 7 days a week. You have the opportunity to lean on the guidance of people who have been made successful in a desire to live the life of their dreams. It's no cost to register. We told you it's free. It's free, folks. It is free. All right. If you think it's not free, test it. Try it. You'll see. There's no mandatory monthly fees or expenses. There's no auto-ship here. You're not being asked to stack a bunch of product in your garage. But let me ask you this. Would you rather have a bunch of products, liquid, pills, lotions, and potions? Or would you rather have a stack of gold? I'm just asking. You get a state-of-the-art 24 hours, 7 day a week operational multi-million-dollar software at no cost to you. It's where you control your gold account. And of course, it's only right that it be a gold account because your product is gold. 24 karat, 999.9 pure gold, family. So it's a complete network with a marketing potential of 7 billion and more. You have unique products, innovative company, substantial compensation system. I mean, there's high potential for the full or the part-time at it, and customer support is always available to you. So there are 3 types of people that emerge from this kind of conversation. You might say, I had you at gold. I just wasted my time beating my gums when you should have been signed up by now. Well, you need to get back right now. If I delayed you any, excuse my moment. Go back right now to the one who introduced you to this opportunity and let them know you want to get started right now in your free gold savings account and developing massive wealth. Or you might be just excited, but you have questions. Well, that's okay too, because the trainer of trainers, the coach of coaches, Mr. Al Murray will be on tonight at 9 p.m. helping you to understand how we do what we do in this exciting world of Karatbars International. And of course, you have your sponsors and your upline sponsors that'll be more than happy to answer or field questions from you. Because the one thing we don't do here, we don't fake it. We face it, and we face it with a knowledge base that allows you to move even further. But then you might be one of those who says, well, thanks, man, but this is not really for me. Well, how about positioning? Because our job is not necessarily to convince you. Our job is to offer you an opportunity. And if you were blessed to hear and see this presentation, it only means that at some point, shape, form, or fashion, you are to be a part of it. Because anybody can walk up in the street and learn about Karatbars. It's not on a billboard. You can't pick it up and put it in your shopping cart. None of that exists. Someone had to introduce the opportunity to you, and Karatbars fits divine order, folks. And this is the decision between where you are today and where you want to be in the future. This is it. It's decision time. So at least get your free account. Your free account will position you to the point when you're ready to run, you'll have other people already running on your behalf. So get back with the person that shared this opportunity with you register today, right now, for your free gold savings account in the event you have not done so. You know, support, gain the support of your knowledge base. Delve into our personal development that we have through webinars, live meetings, conferences, team pages. Stay plugged into your support system. You are independent, but you are absolutely not alone. Whoa, look out for this, y'all. This is our boot camp. The Wealth Builders Boot Camp 2020. This is for the next level networker. That's you. We have classes, Dream Big by Mr. Ty Best, Launch Your Business by Mr. Al Murray, Goal Setting and Strategy by Rodney Roach, Taxes and Money Management by David Hollins, Cryptocurrency for Dummies. Don't be offended. Hey, just understand, just living your truth, living your truth. Mr. Michael L. Dalco will make that presentation. That's going to be on May 16th, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. It is a $30 registration fee, and you can go to www.wbwevents.com. That's www.wbwevents.com. And of course, all roads will lead in July to the Freedom Summit in Hanover, Maryland, at the Maryland Live Casino. It's being handled by Team Union, Team Freedom, and a collaboration of Wealth Builders Worldwide, July 17th and July 18th in Hanover, Maryland. You can learn more about it by going to www.freedomsummit.live. Listen, you can't lose with the stuff we use here, but you cannot win in the shape that you're in. So get with those that offer this opportunity to you, get back to them and let them know that you're ready to get started and build for yourself today for the future of your family. Thank you for your attendance and your time. It's been a pleasure.